Coach is Jeff Geiger. Players joining us today: Blake Barnett, Evan Rearick, Logan Gilmore, Jackson Cowgill, Trey, Khanna, I believe, and Caden, Lettis. Did I get Khanna right? All right, good job, guys. All right. So the Erie Tigers are in 4A football, runners-up last year, and open it up for questions.
Jeff, were you happy to see Brett up here with a 5A team instead?
Yeah. It's always great to see Brett. He's a great guy, and they couldn't have picked a better coach to take over that program. And, I'd love to play him again, but I'd like to see him a little bit of it.
Despite being on the bad side of that result last year, what do you think your boys learned about that game that's going to help them, maybe not just this year, but later on down the line?
I think things we talk about all the time, no matter what you do, even for your heart, soul, and everything, it doesn't mean it's all going to go your way. Everything kind of went our way that year up until that game. I think that's one thing that they've taken from it. I think it's been a big driving force through the summer. They've been a blast to be around all summer. I think our work ethic has changed for the good. So I think everything we talked about kind of got wrapped up into that game. Alyssa?
So after last spring, everybody knows that Blake's really good at running 100 meters. So how much do you think that speed really plays into your game, and how much do you think that's going to pay off this year?
Obviously, it's a big part of being an athlete. Playing football is speed and athleticism, but I think this year I'm trying to work on being a quarterback more than being an athlete. It showed a lot of times last year where I relied on my athleticism too much and not being a quarterback. And this year, I think through the spring, 7-on-7, and working with my quarterback coach, Warren McCarty, I'm going to be a lot more of a quarterback. And I think there's going to be a lot of situations where it's going to pay off more. Obviously, in the state game, I threw 2 picks, which wasn't good. It led to a lot of bad things. And I think if I worked on what I did, I think now that me being more of a quarterback, I think less picks will happen, or just better plays in general will happen.
Steve?
Could you talk about your transition from Brighton to Erie and how well it's gone?
Still smiling like
Dang it,
that.
Steve. It's been great. You everywhere you are, the young men are great, and you always miss them. This opportunity and these guys, it's been a blessing. It was kind of just a change that had to happen, and loving every minute of it. And I just told these guys last week, this has been probably one of the most fun summers I've ever been a part of. They just every day make it fun, and so just enjoying it, and it was necessary.
We miss you over there.
Brenda?
You guys, anybody in particular, it's a really tough non-conference schedule to start off the year. What's going to be the key for you guys to get off the starting block well?
Our out-of-conference games are going to be tough, but we just got to go 1 week at a time. We can't focus too far ahead. We got to worry about Ponderosa week 1 and just see how we stack up, and then just keep working all season. So can't focus on the first 5, but focus on game.
And to the players again, what's different in camp this year? Because last year you go in, you knew you had some high expectations, you almost got there. Now you know you can get there. So what's changed in camp and your workouts this year?
I would say as a team we're definitely closer than we were last year. We have a lot of common unity this year, and I think that's going to be the leading force that's going to drive us together and ultimately lead to our success. And throughout this off season, we've been all working out together. We've been hanging out with each other, which I think last year the team didn't do as much, and I would say just as a whole we're a lot closer.
Go ahead.
Question for Blake, just going from your sophomore to your junior year, now you're a guy with offers on the radar. How does that change as going from kind of a hunter to hunted? Now people know who you are.
I don't think it changes that much. Obviously, later in the season, people knew about. I don't think it's going to change too much. Obviously, I'm going to have a target back, but we all are, being Erie. Going in ranked, max preps has us at like 3 or 4. Number 1 in 4A, so I think we're all going to have a target in our back, and I don't think any single player is singled out more. I think everybody has something to show this season.
Caden, what are you guys best at?
I think one of our best attributes is just our teammanship, our companionability. You know, in practices we have a lot in common, and we have a lot of fun in practices, especially this last week. And I feel like that just kind of brings us together as a team and helps us to perform lots better, especially compared to last year as a team. I think we have much better unity than last year, I think.
Why? Why do you think that?
Well, I think the transition period last year was kind of rough, especially with Coach Geiger coming in a little bit later in the season. We didn't have as well developed a summer workout schedule as we did this year. So I think the extra time we spent in summer working out with each other helped us a lot to have better unity with each other.
Question for you guys about representing Erie, what it's like to represent a small town, your community, your school with a chance to win a state championship.
You know, it's just always kind of great being that kind of underdog. It kind of gives us a little bit of blood in our mouth to try to be known as that team that can go all the way. So, yeah, just my brother played for Erie and we've always been the underdog team, and I just know it's like proving that we are meant to be here.
How are you guys working to replace some of the production you guys lost with Jalen and Caleb and guys like that?
I think on the offensive side of the ball, we filled all the big gaps with key players. We have a lot of players that run through Erie and run through the program, so getting the talent wasn't so much a problem. But I think just getting people to buy in is what we need. I think a lot of us have bought in, and a lot of us want to work now. And I don't see any issue with, like, because obviously you graduated 7 seniors on the offense, and I haven't seen much of a difference in productivity. We got one of our guys who was a quarterback last year, now our Z, replacing Jalen. And I think it's just going to work well. I think we have the right pieces and the right parts to have the best offense in the state again.
Coach, I think every single one of these guys has some sort of necklace on. Are you the most fashionable team in the state?
Yeah, I left my earrings and necklace at home, but usually we all go around with the bling. I think that's just the way it is. I think if you are a quarterback, I think you have to have like 2 earrings, and I think that's like a prerequisite.
Anything else, guys? All right, thanks. Good luck this year.
Thank you.